Hey everybody, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday. I'm your host, just Jocelyn. We are at episode 99. I am not freaking out, but I'm freaking out. I'm super excited. Had a busy day, so yeah, I want to give you guys a chance to come on in. Welcome. I don't even have my water. I'm like all over the place. But I'm here. I'm doing it. Hey, everybody. So, as I stated, as y'all have probably seen from my videos and my posts and everything, of course, y'all know today is episode 99. But today's topic is we're going to do insecurities. So bear with me because I have my other iPad here because some of you guys were commenting and I didn't get a chance to like take everything down. So I'm going to be like kind of looking. Y'all can of course comment now, but I wanted to address some of the things, some of the people that already commented on the previous post that I told them, I would address those topics. So I'm going to be kind of like looking at those comments as well, just so I can make sure that I'm touching on everything and everything like that. So of course, some housekeeping for all y'all that don't know. Today is season 5, episode 19. Of course, we have a major big show celebration next week. Next Tuesday, episode 100 celebration is going to be amazing. I'm super excited, super proud. And just to share some things with you guys, I've just been really emotional. I've been really emotional behind just my Talk to Me Tuesday journey. Just, the journey as just Jocelyn. Granted, that is my name. That is my birth name. Some people really didn't know that was my name. But yes, my name is Jocelyn. But just the journey itself, today actually would have been my 2-year anniversary on Daily Grind Radio also. So that was a thing. No, 1-year anniversary. Last year, I was recruited by DJ Bugsy to co-host on his show. So I was like real emotional last night because that popped up in my Facebook memories as my debut on the radio was last year. So it's just been a lot of stuff going on just regarding this journey that's just been kind of, getting me filled up. And I'm just like, oh my God, I've really been doing this. And like I said, of course, as usual, like I can't do this without you guys, like without y'all watching, without y'all following me, without you guys like kind of interacting and being involved. Because other than that, I'll be talking to my damn self. So I just want to say how much I appreciate you guys. And that's why I'm doing the celebration, so that we can celebrate together. I don't want to just sit and talk about how happy I am. I want to be able to celebrate with y'all. Like we be in it together because it's a journey for all of us. Like y'all all been there. There's some people that watching me right now today that's been watching me since the very first episode. So it means like literally the world to me. And I just been like hella emotional lately and just proud. But to get into the topic, definitely, some insecurities have kind of come into play as well. Me personally, like with myself, I've encountered some insecurities of others just in my dealings with others. And I definitely thought that this was a great topic to discuss today. Thank you. A great topic to discuss today because just over the past couple days, as you guys know or you don't know, a lot of the material or topics that I get is typically something either I'm going through, or I've been through, or somebody close to me is going through, or I encountered, or somebody reached out to me, regarding a topic or something that they may have been going through. And, and I just figure, somebody else probably needs to hear it or probably going through the same thing. So why not, talk about it. So that's where a lot of my topics come from, the majority of them. And this particular insecurities topic came up because I actually have come across over the past couple weeks, like so many different, a lot of people don't notice how many different aspects of insecurities exist. So a lot of people, especially, most common people say like women or, people may be insecure with their bodies or insecure with their, visually insecure within themselves as far as like how they look and how they dress and, their weight and their skin color and this and that. And that is definitely an insecurity. It definitely does exist. It's not more or less, important than others. However, there's so many other aspects of insecurity that can come into play that we sometimes overlook and overshadow. And that's why I wanted to have this conversation, because for an example, we all have those insecurities within ourselves and our flaws and things like that. But there's a lot of people that are experiencing insecurities within themselves that they project on other people. And either they may not notice that they're projecting them, or you as the recipient of this insecurity may not know that that's what's happening. And that's something that I definitely wanted to get into, because people be having issues. We all got issues. But when it becomes something that they're kind of force feeding on you or projecting on you, or like kind of making you a victim of solely because they have an issue within. So I think I want to talk about not only acknowledging and being able to kind of recognize those insecurities within another person, and then understand when it's kind of being pushed onto you and how you should deal with that. Because again, we all have insecurities, and that's why the caption was, insecurities, we all have them. I have them. Every single person on here has some insecurity, one way, shape, or form. And we're just going to go into some of the different insecurities that there are, because there's a lot. So I wanted to first, like I said, I did want to address the people that did comment, and I'm just going to kind of go over some of them. But like I said, I'm like reading on my other iPad because I didn't get a chance to write them down. So I'm going to see what's what with some of you guys' comments. And hi. So y'all can we can get the conversation started. So first insecurity, because like I said, I basically posed the question, name some of your insecurities. Now granted, we understand and we respect that they're insecurities for a reason. Some people don't want to share, and you definitely don't have to. But I would love, for you guys to be interactive within the conversation. Can insecurities be cured? Yes. I believe so. It's just a matter of becoming more secure, embracing them, especially the physical, or the physical aspects of insecurities that people kind of get hung up on. It's just embracing who you are, being comfortable, being confident. And that's not easy. It's not easy. And I think that a major key on kind of curing your insecurity, if we're going to use that word, is acknowledging it first, and then kind of understanding where it comes from. A lot of us, our insecurities are based from something. They didn't just come out of nowhere. I didn't just wake up one day and think I'm ugly, or wake up one day and feel like the world is against me, or wake up one day and feel like nobody wants me or nobody loves me. Most insecurities are deep rooted. They're deep rooted. They're not always from childhood, but a lot of times they're from childhood. People grew up neglected, or didn't feel love from their family or parents, or whatever the case, and then they turn around and now they're super insecure about anybody they come in contact with. So then they get into a relationship as an adult, and they don't know love, or they don't know how to receive love, or they don't know how to give love, because they've never experienced it. But the outward insecurity is they just think everybody's going to cheat on them, or everybody's going to leave them, or nobody wants them, or nobody thinks they're beautiful. It get deep. And I feel like the most important thing is acknowledging that there's more to it. It's not just, she's tripping, or, he's tripping and you insecure. We throw that word around because it is a thing. But I feel like you can't just throw it around without acknowledging that insecurity. It's not like a blanket statement. Oh, you're insecure. Anytime somebody's doing anything you don't like, that means they're insecure. No, if you're going to say that, you have to be able to hone in on what is that insecurity within that person. And I definitely want to dig into it regarding relationships, because my take on it is the insecurities of your partner is your business. Like, a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't take that into consideration. A lot of people feel like it's not. And I personally disagree, because again, I speak on relationships a lot, and I'm not saying that on a willy-nilly, anybody that you know, that you talk to, that you date, their problems become yours. But if you're in a serious relationship with someone, and it is your job to start to peel those layers back from your partner. If y'all are ever going to get anywhere with somebody you're trying to have a promising future with, then you're going to have to peel those layers back, because they may not come in the first 3 days or the first 3 weeks or the first 3 months, first 3 years sometimes. But somehow, some way, at some point, those insecurities are going to come out of the closet or of, and it's going to affect your situation vastly. So it's best to just kind of look into them now. And some people don't even recognize or understand that they're insecure or what their insecurities are. And that's why you have to be willing to take that role as a partner. A lot of people think that being in a relationship is just like, oh, we go together, oh, we look cute, oh, we got matching Jordans, and we going here and we going on trips. You got to get into that person. And I ain't saying some people, we all got some shit with us. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a past. Everybody has a combination of things that make them them. And you have to be able to take all of that. I don't even call it the good and the bad. I don't call it flaws and all that. It's all characteristics. It might be more of a negative than a positive in your opinion, but it's all a characteristic. And all those things is what makes me me. So, you got to kind of understand, and you got to, in order to get to know me and say you love me, the whole Jocelyn, you got to see like what's underneath them layers. And until you get to them layers, you really don't really know a person, let alone love them. Because what tends to happen is then you fall for them, you fall for the surface, and by the time you see, once some layers start pulling back, whether you pull them back voluntarily or eventually they start to fall off, now you're starting to see a person that you may or may not really like, or you may not be willing to deal with, or you may just not understand because that was never dealt with ahead of time. So let's see. I'm starting with, and guys, definitely y'all can comment if y'all want to place your insecurities. I will definitely read some of the comments that I see right here. Your mate can contribute to your insecurities. Yes, they can. And I'm going to dig into that. But again, I feel like, and I don't know if you missed the beginning, but as a mate, as a partner, we all have that responsibility to understand and acknowledge and recognize our partner's insecurities. Because the best way I can give the example is, and I'm going to give a general example, and if it applies to anybody, feel free to raise your hand. If it's something you're not comfortable with speaking up on, cool. But when you're in a relationship with somebody, you have got to consider their insecurities, because it affects the way that they are. It affects the person that they are. And like I said, it all goes together with what makes them them. It's all a combination. So for example, if you are dating somebody as an adult, you're a grown woman or man, but you're dating somebody as an adult that was abandoned as a child. Let's say they were a foster child or they were adopted or anything like that. That person is probably super, super, super afraid of attachment, really afraid to get close to anybody. They really don't understand or know, or they probably have a lack of bonding skills because they have an insecurity that anybody who loves them or anybody that cares for them or anybody is liable to leave them at any time. I don't think we can't blame that person for feeling that way at this time, because that's a part of their makeup. If all I know, or if experience or my past or life has shown me that that's what happens, that people that care for me or say they care for me, they're going to leave me, or they're going to leave me hanging, or they're going to discard me, then yeah, that's an insecurity, and it's a valid one. It's valid. Because the other thing is, you can't argue somebody else's insecurity. You can't argue somebody about how they feel inside. All you have to do is understand it, acknowledge it, and if it's something you can't deal with, then you need to be woman or man enough to acknowledge that and walk away. Because what will happen is you kind of put this person in a situation, and you don't have any intention on working through that, or kind of walking. It's like an eggshell, so to speak. Yes, when you're with somebody like that, then you have to understand, yeah, they got some crazy ass attachment issues, and it could work one way or another. Because some people that were like, let's say, orphans or abandoned, they are the opposite. One aspect or adverse reaction from that past could be, I don't attach to nobody. Those are the women or men that sleep with a lot of people. They don't want to fall in love. They don't want to try to get close to anybody. I'm not never getting married. I'm just out here, because they don't want that connection. Because they don't want to risk it. And that's nothing's wrong with that. You have to understand that if that's what you know, that's what you've experienced, nobody's going to sign up for the pain intentionally. If experience has shown me that that's what's going to happen, then I'm cool off that shit. If everybody I love has always left me or whatever, I'm probably a little more hesitant. Or the opposite is, those people that have never had that connection, or they were orphans or foster children or something like that, then they gravitate to love and they grab onto everybody that they even like a little bit, and they love them so much because they just yearn for that love so bad. Those are both insecurities, and either way, that person is valid for feeling the way they feel and moving the way that they move. And you as their partner, or you as that other person, have to understand what's underneath those layers. And look at it like, you know what? That's why my girlfriend's so fucking clingy. Because she kind of got attachment issues. Because she, she hasn't had the experience to gravitate or grasp onto somebody that she loves so much. Because they always leave. So she's going to hold on to them for dear life while she has them. So you have to kind of understand where somebody's coming from and what those insecurities really are. Doesn't make them a bad person. But once you understand, or once you know something, then you can move accordingly. I use this example a lot because it's really easy. If somebody grew up getting abused, or they were always abused, or they come from an abusive relationship and they always got beat, kicked down, and busting their face and this and that, they're probably not the type of person that you could be yelling at and jumping at, because they're a little bit more hesitant to be dealing with shit like that. They're going to be on super edge. Whereas you might come from a household where everybody always yelling. So you talk hella loud. It's just like, well, I'm not being aggressive. I'm just loud. But I have to understand, it's my job to understand that you don't come from where I come from. And you have experienced some different things than I have. And I can't be talking to you like that. Because I have to understand and respect what that does to you. Period. And that's what, especially with relationships, if you're not in a place where you're willing to kind of give a fuck about somebody's thoughts and, how it's going to affect them and process, and you just keep doing it. Like, if somebody say, hey, I don't really like you to be yelling at me. And it's just like, I ain't yelling, da-da-da. And I'm just like, and I'm speaking, this is honestly something that I've experienced, because I am loud. Y'all see, I talk loud, and I'm just right here. It's nobody here. Right. Transparency is very important. Transparency is the key. Transparency really is the key. And I'm going to delve into that a little bit more. But you just have to respect it. And that's really the underlying factor. Just respect. If you have basic respect for somebody and how they feel, then it makes a lot of the movements and things so much easier, because you respect this person. You're not out to hurt them. And if I know that that's something that you struggle with, or that's a problem for you, then I respect you enough to either not do it, or at least try to be more conscious of it. Because again, your insecurities are not my insecurities. And I'm just going to, let me see. So I have a couple comments. And like I said, I'm just trying to make sure that I address them, because I don't want to not, and y'all be cussing me out. Trust or financial stability can coincide with this topic. So in regards to trust, I'm going to go into it a little deeper, but a lot of people, as I said earlier, people use the whole word insecure as a blanket statement, right? And insecurity as a word is a blanket statement, but again, you have to understand what the insecurity is. There's an insecure. What is the insecurity? It's not like, an insecurity is just a blanket thing and it just means you are a hater and you always think your bitch is cheating on you. No. Some people have insecurities within themselves that they project on you. So trust issues. We can talk about trust real quick, since somebody commented earlier and I don't want to not address these. So in regards to trust is a thing, right? And when you're in a relationship, it is your place to be trustworthy. Now, some people come into relationships with past issues from their previous girlfriend or husband or wife that might have left them, or, was cheating on them or whatever like that. And I'm not delving into cheating. That's a whole nother topic. And if y'all want to talk about it, all you got to do is let me know, because I'm all for whatever type of topics y'all want to talk about. But trust is not an insecurity. Trust is a trust. Trust issue is a trust issue. But are you insecure that you may not be with the person that you want to be with? Do you not feel like y'all are compatible? Do you not feel like you're giving them everything that they need? Do you not feel that you are in the situation in which you would be? Because that's when trust turns into an insecurity. It's just like, well, whoa. You don't trust this person. Why? Is it because they did something to you and you feel like they're going to do it again? That's trust. That's not insecure. But are you with somebody? Do you not feel within yourself? And this is where it gets deep. Because a lot of people, a lot of us, I'll say, even me personally, we don't be at a place where we're ready to kind of acknowledge our insecurities, which is why they exist and how we project them on other people without even knowing. Because we don't want to acknowledge. And I'm not just saying our people, I'm saying in general. It's hard to look into yourself. Self-reflection, as amazing as it is a motherfucker. And it take a lot of growth. It take a lot of patience. It take a lot of transparency. It takes a lot of courage to look within yourself and see what your issues are. Because that's really what it is. Anything that's going on within you that you kind of got other people taking, you know what I mean? They're paying debts for. It's not fair. But until you understand your own insecurities, then you can understand or recognize when you are projecting them on others. So I don't think, if you don't trust somebody, if it's not something that they did, then, because when people say I have trust issues, it's just because, you was with somebody that fucked you over and you have trust issues. You just don't trust nobody. That doesn't mean you're insecure. You just have trust issues. You think all bitches are liars because 3 out of the last 5 bitches that you dated was a liar. That's legit. But you also have to get to a place where you understand and you can identify that you can't just put every case on every person. It doesn't work like that. Let me see. When somebody take their phone everywhere they go, even just to the fridge, and they always turn their body when unlocking it. That, again, in my opinion, is a trust issue. And you guys can comment. Feel free to comment. But I think that it is an insecurity on your end. Like I said, if you've been in a situation where that has been a pattern of somebody and the result was cheating or the result was something that they didn't have no business doing, then that means you have trust issues. That doesn't mean that you're only insecure if you're not secure. Like, let's break the word down. You're non-secure in your situation. You don't feel 100% like you can stand on your own 2 feet strongly. That's what, because we're going to talk about, like, is your seatbelt secure? Is your credit secure? Is your house secure? Is the doors locked? Or is it insecure where it's unlocked and shit, people could just jump right in? You have to kind of acknowledge where you are. Some people, we get the word mixed up and we use it as a blanket statement all the time, and people get so thrown off. People don't take accountability for what they do. That's true. That's the major key. Accountability. Like, what are you talking about? You have to understand when you have an issue and versus when somebody else has an issue. Just because you have a problem with something, that doesn't mean I have a problem with it. We're not the same. Again, we don't have the same background. We haven't had the same experiences. We don't all have the same ingredients that make us us. All these characteristics, whether you want to call them flaws, bad experiences, past, whatever the case, it all is just a part of the ingredients that make us us. And when you can take accountability for your ingredients, then that's when you're just one small morsel step closer to, being a little bit more in cohesiveness with other people. Because those insecurities, they shine through and you don't even notice. They shine through so bad. So I definitely want us to kind of understand the difference between trust issues, because most of the comments that I'm reading right now was more so about trust issues. Trust issues is totally different. If the insecurity is developed during a relationship, like gaining weight after having a baby, or your mate cheated, that can develop an insecurity. That's what I meant. So in regards to that, I feel like, again, the insecurity in regards to that, especially ladies, we have babies and our bodies change and everything like that. We got to stop putting that on our partners, man. Again, when we're in a relationship, each person is responsible for catering to their partner. I do believe that. You have to understand the insecurities of your partner. Again, you got to be willing to peel those layers back. So fellas, if you're with your woman and she used to look like this, she had a baby and now she look like this, of course encourage her. But at the same time, you got to encourage her. You want to tell her she's still beautiful. However, you got to speak up. If it's something, you have to work with it. Don't cheat on her because she had your baby. But at the same time, ladies, you have to recognize that's within yourself. That nigga might still love you the same way, but we start feeling like, oh, my titties is hanging. Oh, my butt's saggy. Oh, I got stretch marks. Oh, my stomach flabby. And now we got insecurities. So then we're pushing that on our men or on our partners. And now it's just like, you don't even look at me the same. Oh, you must be cheating on me. Oh, you ain't even pay attention to me. Oh, we didn't have sex. Whereas he just might be working. And it's not always that. So that's when, that's a prime example of you placing your insecurity and forcing it on another person. That's not fair. Just because you now have a problem with you, because he might not have a problem with you. He watched your body go from this to now flabby because he's the one that fucked you. He's the one that watched you grow and get pregnant with his child that he loves so much and he loves you. So he's probably not even worried about the shit. Because that's the one thing I can say. Men have an appreciation for a woman, especially if they gave birth to their child. They not saying that they hate you and now that you push the baby out, you ain't shit. That's on us. We got to take that. We got to acknowledge, you know what? I'm not really feeling my body. I'm not feeling my body and I need to do something about it. I need to get my ass up, go to the gym. I need to do some squats when I'm in the bathroom, while I'm cooking, while I'm cleaning up toys, whatever. You got to take responsibility for that. And don't push that on that man. And now you become a nagger or you become like, because now you're insecure about yourself. So now every time he goes somewhere, it's just like, is it a bitch at the store? You be on some baby boy shit. Is it a bitch at the store? Is it a bitch in the car? Is it a bitch at your job? Like, come on. That nigga love you. He been loving you all this time. Which is how you got knocked up with the kids in the first place. So that's a prime example of us projecting our insecurity on ourselves. You're not happy with your body. He don't care. He don't give a fuck. In some men, most situations, if there is a problem, if you're in a serious, strong foundation relationship, he can like, babe, let's go to the gym. Straight like that. He gonna stop fucking bringing you home Popeyes and bring you home a fucking salad. Because so it's not, but most of the time, they don't be caring. That be us putting that on there. That's us forcing, that's a prime example of us forcing our insecurities on another person. Let's see. I'm trying not to miss any. Hey, babe. Try not to miss any comments. Yeah, but that's really how that go. Anybody that takes their phone with them means they're hiding something. I disagree. So, and you guys please comment. And that's more of a trust thing. And I'm going to get into how that turns into an insecurity. Because basically, people that feel that way about a phone, I'm going to keep it 1,000. This is 2019, people. We have our phones. I take my phone to the bathroom when I'm sitting on the toilet. I take it when I'm getting in the shower to listen to music. I take it when I'm going to my car. I sit in my car for 40 minutes after I'm parked, scrolling on Instagram, texting my friends, talking shit, looking at memes. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion in regards to the phones. But the insecurity comes from that. Because why do you feel that way? Where is that coming from? What about this relationship makes you, again, we're going to take the word for what it is. Insecure means you're not secure. You're not safe. You're not firm. You're not standing on a firm foundation. You're standing on something shaky. If we're in a situation, if we're in a relationship where we have a strong relationship, the foundation is strong. You know I love you. I know you love me. You give me good sex. You give me what I need, what I want. You treat me nice. You don't do me dirty. Why the fuck is my first thought that you're doing something wrong? Why would that be your first thought? That means the insecurity with that comes in, you don't feel like you're standing on a firm foundation. So it's either your partner did something to make you feel like that. Now, again, we can get into the trust. Like, okay, did this bitch cheat on you? And it's something. Yeah, it's not about the phone. It's about the foundation is fucked. Y'all standing on quicksand or y'all standing on plywood and y'all not standing on no rocks. But if you standing on some firm shit, I don't give a fuck where you take your phone. I don't care. Why? That's because that's not my first thought. But if I know that, perfect example, I'm going to switch it around. If I know that I ain't really the best girlfriend, I don't really treat her good. I know I treat my nigga like shit. Like, I don't even care. I treat him like shit. I talk to him any type of way. We don't never have sex. I'm always giving him attitude. I'm always talking shit. I'm always running my mouth. Then I know deep down, I am insecure. He just might be talking to another bitch because he should be talking to another bitch because I ain't shit. That's where it's the insecurity. And that's why you like, why you on your phone? Why you on your phone? That turns around and deflects back on you. Honey, look at within yourself. If I know I'm a good ass girlfriend, if I know I'm a good wife, if I know I'm a good person, a good partner, a good friend, I ain't tripping on this nigga or this bitch being on her phone. I don't give a fuck. And I feel the same way about my partner. Babe, we're good. We're good. I'm a media personality. I'm always on my phone. And I will dismiss anybody that makes me feel a way about being on my shit. First of all, I think it's hella immature, and I'm not throwing no shade at anybody, but if y'all listen to what I'm saying, it's so immature to really trip about a phone. It's a phone. Kids take their phone everywhere. This is not a phone. This is a charger. But I'm saying, like, we just live in a time where we got phones and everybody has them in their hands. So when you literally sit here and say, why you always on your phone? Because I am. Because Instagram always popping. Because every 12 seconds, somebody's posting something new and exciting. And I'll even take it a step further that if we're sitting together and you're holding my attention, then no, I won't be on my phone. And it's not about me cheating on you or not. But if we're just sitting here, I'm not doing anything, and we're chilling, I can be on my phone. Now, if you all up in my face or you're giving me some head, no, I'm probably not going to be on my phone during that time. But other than that, let me be great. I'm not doing anything wrong. Every time somebody takes their phone with them to the bathroom, that doesn't mean that if they jump up out the bed when their phone rings to take the call in the bathroom, that's different. That's totally different. But you're not going to tell me that a grown person that got, most of our phones cost $8,000, $9,000, $10,000. My phone costs what, $700, $800, $900. Y'all got Galaxies and iPhones and iPhone 10 Plus, and I'm carrying that shit everywhere. Yes, this shit costs more than some people's fucking rent. Why are you tripping? You only tripping. You're only tripping if you feel like something else. You know what I mean? The foundation is not firm. I'm not tripping. Just like another example, we can use the Instagram. We can get into the insecurities of people being on Instagram and, oh, you getting likes and, oh, you getting hard eyes. I'm going to go there because I know y'all want to go there. That, again, two things. If you're on a firm, if your relationship has a firm foundation, because that's really the underlying factor, and we're only talking about relationships right now regarding the insecurities, but if your relationship is standing on a firm foundation, certain things are just not a thing. Like, certain things are just not a factor unless there's some other reasonings behind it. Now, if you, for example, have had a previous experience with your partner, your current partner, because y'all love to blame a new bitch for the old bitch shit. But again, that's what makes you you. That's a part of your ingredients. And I gotta know, I have to understand that, you know what? You did just used to fuck with a bitch that cheated on you with a person in her DMs. So I gotta kind of be a little mindful of that. But that's also some shit I'm supposed to know before I dig deep. Again, that's one of the layers I was supposed to already have peeled back to know, like, she got an Instagram thing. So I kind of got to be mindful about my DMs and this and that. But our shit is supposed to be strong. Y'all know how many heart eyes and shit I give to people all day? I put up, oh my God, babe, I give the drooly thing, heart eyes, I'm all in your DMs. You look so beautiful. And if I feel like if I ever get into a situation where somebody's making me feel like I can't do that, you're going to piss me off. And you're going to turn me off. And I don't want to be with you because we're good. If we're good, then don't trip. Y'all be making and creating problems in y'all situations solely because you just want to say something. Now, if that person has not done any wrong, this is Instagram. And it's so frustrating that we have to have these conversations because, again, it's 2019. These are things. This is what we do for entertainment. Majority of us spend a collective, the average person spends a minimum of 4 hours on Instagram, Facebook, social media, Twitter, Snapchat. 4 hours. And that's a minimum. I know my ass be more than 4 hours. And that's every 10 minutes and all those collective in a day, about 4 hours. But that's just the time we live in. It's entertainment. So when you make your partner, because I'm going to tell you what it does. It adds strain. It adds strain to something that's supposed to be strong. If your foundation is strong, don't add strain on about something that doesn't matter. You're creating an issue about Instagram likes. 2 things. You should, number 1, be so secure within your situation that you're with somebody that you are confident in and you have that pride in. So when your girl posts pictures, do you want her to not get likes? I don't know if y'all not as shallow as me, but I don't want to be with nobody that ain't nobody double tapping their picture. Like, I'm sorry. I don't want to be, I'm personally not going to be with anybody unattractive. Maybe that's my fucking downfall and maybe I need to marry an ugly bitch. But as of right now, you kind of got to look like something. So that's first and foremost. If your partner or your mate or your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, their attention from social media is a thing for you, then again, we need to reevaluate. We need to look within ourselves and figure out, why is this a thing? And I'm about to tell y'all, and y'all probably about to hate me, but honestly, 9 times out of 10, the people who have issues with their attractive, mind you, we're going to break it down to, you got with this person because they were attractive. So you already knew that. You knew what the fuck the bitch looked like from the rip. That's why you wanted to fuck with her, because she pretty as shit. But you think once you get with her, she become unpretty? No, she's still pretty, but now she's yours. She's still pretty, but now she's yours. So that should actually be a boost of confidence, not the other way around. So what happens is, when you have a partner or a mate, and I pray that none of y'all are experiencing this, but I'm sure some of you guys are, and y'all could take this to y'all nigga or y'all bitch after the conversation, or tell them to tag on in so I can get it together. Because when you then turn around and create an issue on the attention that somebody is receiving off of social media, it's time for you to look within yourself and figure out, why is this bothering me? Because I know my partner is attractive. And she's mine, all mine. I love her. She loves me. She gives me everything I need and I want. And we are great. Why would that be an issue? Several things. Most of the times, it's because you feel a little unworthy. And again, some people have not peeled this layer back within themselves yet. I'm about to preach to y'all. Some people have not even got to a place of acceptance or acknowledgement where they're ready to peel their own layers back. Fuck, nobody can't pull your shit back if you won't even pull your own shit back. Most of the time, y'all niggas, and I'm not saying niggas and just men, but anybody, when you have those issues where you start to be insecure about your partner getting attention from the public, whether it's Instagram, people on the street. Now, unless it's disrespectful and niggas is grabbing her and all, that's different. But when you have an issue with positive, attention coming to your partner, it's time for you to figure out why within yourself that bothers you. Or do you feel like you don't have no business with her? Do you feel a little unworthy? Do you know you don't necessarily treat her right? Do you know she could do better? Do you know he's a good man and you an ain't shit ass bitch? Do you know you're just using him and you know it's another bitch out there that probably treat him right, suck his dick good, and can cook? And you don't even want to try to take a class? So that's usually with the issue, big. When you start having those issues and you hating, you basically hating. That's how I'm going to put it. When you start having those feelings of upsetness and anger and frustration because somebody is giving your person positive attention, that should give you pride. So if it gives you the opposite of pride, then it means you know for some reason something within you doesn't feel content with your situation. Maybe you don't feel like you're giving your all. Maybe you feel like somebody out there is going to take them. Because again, if you want a firm foundation, if your relationship is solid, and I'm talking solid. If your shit rock solid, I don't give a fuck how many bitches look at my bitch on Instagram. Double tap away. I'm like, damn, babe, you got 233 likes. You popping today? Because I'm hitting that tonight. I don't care. And everybody's not like me because my ego is like on a beam. So it's just like, that don't do nothing but make me feel a whole lot better. Because who wants somebody that don't nobody want? But at the same time, long as that person is respecting you and your relationship, again, is solid. Because that's really it comes down to solid. Now, if you're in a situation or a relationship or a situationship or fuckship or friendship or business partnership that's not solid, then all these other things are not the issue. The foundation is the issue. But when you're in a good relationship and you create problems off of dumb shit like Instagram likes and Instagram comments and DMs and heart eyes, and you got to look within yourself. Because why are you being like that? Why is this bothering you? Why is that bothering you? So you got to look within yourself and you turn around and you project your insecurities or your inadequacies on your partner. And it's not fair. Babe, I love you. I'm here, right here with you. Sometimes y'all get mad because, perfect example, a nigga that got mad money is liking your bitch's picture on Instagram. You're only mad. You feel like, oh, well, I don't make as much money or I ain't no drug dealer or I don't got a Benz, so she gonna leave me for him. If your shit solid, that bitch love you and your Honda. She don't give a fuck about a nigga with a Benz. She don't care. Y'all be making this shit up. Y'all be making this shit up. I'm serious. That's your insecurity. You feel like you want a Benz. You feel like you wish you had the brand new Jordans and an icy watch and an icy chain. Figure your shit out. You want an icy chain? Go get one. You want more money? Get a better job. But don't put it on me. Just because I'm not worried about this nigga. Nigga, I love you. I love your broke ass. Your broke ass, no job having ass. Or, you're in school. Or, you make this, and that. But however, you treat me good. You respect me. You don't call me out my name. You fuck me good. You cook for me on the weekends. Like, come on. You think I'm worried about a nigga with a Benz? I'm not pressed. So that you have to understand the tension that you're adding and when you have to look within. You can't put that on your partner. That's another example of you forcing your insecurities on them. If you want better for yourself and you want better for your bitch, then get better. But you don't turn around and then make her feel bad because these people are like giving her attention because she here with you. She knew she could get the attention from the nigga with the Benz before she started fucking with your broke ass. But she here. And she love you. And she rocking out. And she taking these pictures looking good as shit, representing you. So nigga, put your pride on and be happy. But if you want better, do better. If you know you treat your woman like shit, then yeah, when a nigga at her job say, oh, that's when you start getting jealous of the work husband. Because a bitch with a good husband, I'm going to tell y'all like this. A bitch with a good husband don't need a work husband. Period. And that's a fact. If you have everything that you need, your nigga send you with lunch money. He send flowers to your job once in a while. He, make sure your hair stay done, your nails stay done. He send you cards, emails, text messages throughout the day. I don't need no fucking work husband, no work boo, no work bae, no lunch break, this. I'm not worried about nobody at my job because my nigga is doing his job. But if you that nigga that's driving her fucking car around all day, not paying her no mind, don't never call her, don't never check on her, don't never text her good morning, don't never see how her day's going, don't know what she ate for lunch, don't know if she got money, don't know if she's stressed, didn't let her get enough rest. You've been arguing with her all night. She was late for work. She had to drop off the kids. You ain't do. Oh, yeah, she do got a work husband. And now you got a reason to be, because you're insecure, because you know you ain't shit. And she really shouldn't be fucking with your ass, but she is. So you turn around and fuck with her and rush and push your insecurities on her, because you know you're not doing your part. But if you are, then what's the beef? You're making up shit. You're making up shit. I didn't even get to my notes. And if y'all have any other thing, I hope I didn't skip over nobody's stuff. Yeah, I didn't. But yeah, it's you have to understand, and you have to just get to a place where you're willing to look within. You have got to look within and acknowledge your own issues. Acknowledge your shit. Deal with your shit. Some of us, I'm going to get off relationships. A lot of people demean other people. You know how y'all got the trolls and the haters and the Insta ghost followers and all the little terminology that we use talking about haters and people that's negative and all that. All they doing is, when I say they're waving their insecurity flag, like they're waving it like a fucking war is over. They're just waving their insecurity flag like, hey, look at me. I have fucking mad issues. So when it's somebody that, for example, is, being negative to you while you're trying to, I was about to say perspire, while you're trying to prosper and while you're trying to grow and while you're making moves and doing things like that, and there's somebody that's always like, always got something bad to say. Number one, it's not your responsibility to figure that person out. If it's your partner, that's a whole nother thing, and we'll have to talk about that later. But those people, they just have an issue. Most of them, it's like, damn, I really wish I could be like that. I don't have the confidence to say what I want to say. I don't have the confidence to be myself. I don't have the strength to, walk away from this situation or, to take this risk. I don't have the tenacity in me to stick it out like she's doing. And, I don't have the fucking drive to go for this. And I don't have the fucking ambition to do better or want better or to set better goals. But instead, those are people that just haven't peeled back their own layers yet. So they don't know. They don't know why they're doing it. They just, It's just like, honey, why do you want to be like that? And once those people get the opportunity and take that time to self-reflect and start to peel those layers back, then it's just like, you know what? That's when they become, how they make the quote. What is the quote? First they say why and then they ask you how you do it or something like that. But those same haters, they typically turn into mentees. Those are the people that when you start giving classes and shit, those who buying your tickets. When they say your hater pays the most for their seat, your haters are always front row, it's because it's something within them. They don't hate you. It's typically like an envy or something in you that they see that they want so bad that they can't get to. When people hating on your relationships, it's probably because they can't, or they're not in a situation to accept love. They wish they could fucking find love or find peace or find joy or, it's really a thing, man. It's really, 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 really a thing. People's feelings of inadequacy is the main thing that we project on others. When we feel like less than, that's when we cover ourselves with jewels. And I'm not saying everybody that got a Gucci bag feels bad about themselves. Some people, they earn their fucking money and they go get their Gucci bag. But some people, they use outward things to cover up the feelings of inadequacy. A lot of times it's, again, people that, of course, if you grew up poor and now you got money, it's just like, bitch, I'm balling. But that grew up poor, that's something deeply instilled. And you got to have a worth conversation with yourself. Because I could wear a fucking Target sweater. I think I got this sweater from Ross. Little pair of jeans from wherever I got them from. But it's just like, that doesn't add my value. I have to do inventory on myself and confirm my own worth, appraise myself. Like, oh no, bitch, this is how much you're worth. This is your worth. I'm worth more peace. I'm worth more happiness. I'm worth more smiles. So I don't have to cover myself in a whole lot of other shit to feel happy or to feel good or to be positive. It ain't happening. And I'm not walking into situations that I don't want to be in because I'm not doing it. And I don't want to miss nothing. But another thing, the uncomfortability that people have within themselves is usually another thing that they just force on other people. When they're not happy with themselves, when they're not comfortable with themselves, when they're not cool with being who they are, when they're not at a place where they want to be. Instead of acknowledging and looking within self and pulling back their own layers and saying, you know what, I ain't where I want to be. I want to do better. I need to get better. I could be better. They just turn around and then just try to force feed it on you and make you feel like you wrong for doing better. No, bitch. I'm doing what the fuck I'm supposed to do. And I mean, you need to do it too. But you're not going to make me feel bad about prospering and doing better or wanting better because you don't. Because you haven't peeled back your layers. And then that's when you end up with those situations where you have friends that, you know, shy away from you when you're doing business, or, you know, you start to grow as an individual and then it's just like, oh, now y'all have grown apart, or, oh, you acting different, oh, you acting bougie, oh, you, no, bitch, I just want better. And I know you do too, but you're not at a place where you're ready to acknowledge and accept and say out loud, you know what, I want better. And I just want us to all understand that we're all on our own personal journeys. Everybody that you come in contact with, as with yourself, we're all on our own personal journeys. And you can't fault anybody for where they are on their road. We're all going through something. We're all working through something. And we all have our own ingredients. If y'all missed the beginning, watch it over so y'all see what the analogy with the ingredients mean. But we all have our own ingredients that make us us. All those characteristics, everybody got their own shit. And you can't fault or blame or judge anybody based on the ingredients that make them them. But you have got to respect where people are in their journey. And understand that this is where you at. And if that's where you at, and if I'm in a situation where it is, you know, ideal or realistic or feasible for me to be of any assistance or support to you, I'm here. But when we get into a situation where you're starting to put those insecurities on me and now you're penetrating my bubble with your bullshit, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not sorry, but we can't do this right now. But I'm not blaming you for your, you know, for where you are. I can't blame you for where you are. I had somebody dropping something off. I'm not blaming you for where you are, and I can't judge you for where you are, but I don't have to deal with it. I don't have to consume it. I don't have to allow you to penetrate my bubble. I don't have to allow that. You can stay where you at. And you stay on your journey. And I'm going to pray for you. And I'm going to wish you the best. But I don't have to subject myself to that. Because I got my own shit I'm dealing with. I got my own ingredients that I'm trying to work through. I got my own layers that I'm trying to peel back. And if everybody just has a more level of respect for other people and just understanding of where we all are, once you get to that place where you acknowledge that we're all on our own journey and everybody got their own shit that they going through, it'll make life so much easier. And in those relationships and in those situations, you start to acknowledge when you're pushing your shit on somebody else. Don't continue to push your insecurities that you have within, things that you're not feeling good about yourself, feelings of inadequacy within yourself. Work on them. Don't turn around and be a nag and be a bitch and be an asshole. Don't be abusive and beat your girl up because you know you ain't shit for her. Don't always want to argue with somebody because they getting dressed. Well, bitch, you should get dressed too. Let's go out. I don't want to sit in here and feel sorry for myself, but that's where you are on your journey. And I'm going to just talk to you later. Because everybody is responsible, as we talked about. I don't know if that was last week or the week before. You got to protect your own peace. That was last week. Protect your peace. Everybody's responsible for themselves. You can help and support somebody else, but you only got you. And if somebody that you're surrounding yourself with is starting to project their fucking insecurities on you, you got to leave them where they at. And it's just that simple. Because you can't allow that to start to fuck with your peace. You can't allow those issues to start to fuck with your peace. Now, if you have a certain, again, acknowledgement and respect and understanding and support for that person, or if you're in that relationship, that committed, solid relationship, and you're willing to help that person work through their shit and help them unpeel them layers and help them unpack that baggage, then rock out. But you don't have to. You don't have to. You just got to acknowledge and say, listen, I see where you at. I respect where you at. And I hope that you get out of it. But right now, I'm not subjecting myself to this. Because while I'm sitting here allowing you to abuse me, one way or another, physically, mentally, emotionally, you stressing me out, you got me arguing, you wasting my fucking time at the least. At the most, but at the least. Time is most precious. Come on. I don't have it. I'm not sitting around for this when you could very well start to acknowledge your shit and deal with it. So I just encourage you guys to all just be a little bit more mindful, have respect for other people, have respect for other people's journey. And if you're in, especially in relationships, just got to understand that that person's insecurity is not your responsibility, but your role as their partner, you have to understand, and you have got to proceed accordingly. You got to understand where that person coming from and not make matters worse for them. None of us are going to be with somebody that's perfect. We all, again, got different ingredients that make us us. And if you're not in a situation or you're not at a place where you're willing to work with somebody through their shit or compromise with them because their ingredients ain't yours, then you probably don't need to be with that person. You probably don't need to hang around those people. You probably don't need to work at that job. You probably don't need to, build that business. You don't need to be friends with them because you're not there. Y'all not in the same space. But it's with a relationship, there has to come a willingness. There has to come a willingness to work through some shit with a motherfucker. Because if you don't, then you don't need to be there. Because their issues don't go away. They still got them. They still have them. They still exist. But you're not being supportive. So acknowledgement is the key. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I want to do something special on today's show. So everybody who is live, I hope that you guys, if you have not already purchased your tickets for Talk to Me Tuesday, episode 100, celebration, everybody who is live on Talk to Me Tuesday right now can get their tickets at half off. You have until midnight to purchase your tickets. All you have to do is simply comment. All you have to do is DM or inbox me right now. Send the tickets, send your money through Cash App. If you order through Cash App, you get half off your ticket, VIP or a general admission. So that will make your VIP ticket $15 or your general admission ticket $10. So you have until midnight. Everybody that's watching, that special is open to all of you guys. I hope that you can all make it next week. January 22nd, next Tuesday, episode 100, celebration. We're going to be live 8 to midnight. Canvas Event Center, 3870 Lancaster Avenue. I just want to thank y'all so much. I need to find me a waterproof makeup artist. I'm so excited for the event. I'm just so excited for things that I have planned in the future. I've just been reflecting on these past 2 years, on these past 99 episodes, on these past 5 seasons, and I just want to thank y'all so fucking much from the bottom of my heart. It's just been like amazing. The journey has been awesome. Y'all have watched me go through some shit. Y'all have listened to me go through some things. I've been in communication with so many of you to go through so much. We just been through so much together, and I am really looking forward to celebrating with you guys. This show is not just about me. This is about all of us, and that's why I want to have this celebration, because I know that you guys could be doing anything else tonight or any other Tuesday night at 9 p.m. But y'all watch me every single week, and it means the motherfucking world to me, I swear. So again, if you're watching right now, if you are under the sound of my voice, you got half off your tickets until midnight. All you got to do is send me the Cash App. If you don't have Cash App, you can do PayPal, but I can't do them on Eventbrite because the ticket price is already locked in. So if you're watching now, just DM me, inbox me, And I hope to see you guys all next week as we celebrate episode 100 of Talk to Me Tuesday. I love y'all so much. And I hope that everybody has a good night. Mwah.